John, it's an old cliche, a good workout pre-season, the result doesn't matter. You happy with that today?
Yeah, lots of good things happened today. There was a few bad things, obviously, which I'm glad sort of come to the fore in games like this. And you just have to get on with it. I learnt more today than I did on Tuesday night when we beat Oakwood 10-0. When we didn't really have to work that hard. And we scored lots of goals, of course, against Oakwood. But today's a totally different opposition, and there's a lot of top quality Premiership or ex-Premiership players playing today against us, and we found it very hard at times to keep with them. But I was delighted the way everyone went about their jobs, and these games are for that reason, to find out the weaknesses that we have and misunderstandings maybe, from my coaching on the training ground and players' interpretation of it in a match situation. So I learnt more out of this game today than I have in the previous two comfortable victories that we've managed to have.
So you had sort of nine new signings on the pitch today, plus two from last year. So no trialists actually started. With regards to trialists, how long do you give? When do you sort of make a decision on those? Because obviously you don't want the trialists you've got now. You want to look elsewhere.
Well, I mean, we're looking at every angle that we possibly can, but when we get the chance, recommendations of other players that are given to us by our scouting network, then we like to look at them and put them in a match situation, and you can make decisions on people. So apart from young Danny, who came on sort of for the last 4 or 5 minutes, I had a good chance to have a look at most of them. Seeing them on the training ground, seeing them in a game against Billingshurst and Oakwood is slightly different than seeing them against a team that's just come out of the Premiership. So that was very beneficial for me today to see everyone on the field. And obviously on Wednesday night there'll be players that will play a few more minutes than maybe they have done today. And there's players like Jimmy Smith who played the full 90 minutes today. I can rest him a little bit on Wednesday night and let somebody else do a 90-minute stint. So just slowly, as the games have worn on, we've just given everybody a little bit extra. That's why I kept the team that played in the first half, apart from the Beast. I took him off, and everybody else went back out onto the pitch for the second half, just to get more minutes under their belt. And on Wednesday night, I'm hoping that some of the senior ones who are expected to start against Barnsley, they'll probably move up to about 75 minutes each, and just slowly just get their match fitness up as best we can. But it was as you quite rightly say, it was an excellent workout for everybody today. So I'm not too disappointed. The result doesn't matter, full stop. What's more important is that we don't have that result when we go to Barnsley.
I mean, do you envisage signing any more non-trialists before the start of the season? Do you feel, are there still players out there that are free agents maybe that you still got?
Yeah, there are, and there's also loanees. Premiership clubs are not prepared to let out their loanees at the moment. That will probably happen the third or fourth week of pre-season. When I know Arsene Wenger, for instance, tends to play most of his youngsters, or the ones that are on sort of the verge of the first team. He tends to play them in the Emirates Cup at their stadium as part of the pre-season build-up, and a chance to sort of throw them in and see them under pressurised situations. And Arsene Wenger rarely sort of lets players out on loan until the Emirates Cup has been completed. Then he can assess his squad and see who he's prepared to let out and who he wants to keep sort of near the first team. So and most of the other clubs, I've spoken to Manchester City, Crystal Palace, and quite a few other teams, Tottenham as well. They're hanging on to everyone at the moment and just going to make an assessment during these pre-season matches that they have before they decide who they're going to let go out on loan to the Football League.
And finally got Brighton here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
The two biggest clubs in Sussex. Obviously you've been involved with both of them in the past.
Yeah.
It's a big occasion for the fans, but again a really good test.
Yeah, it's a great test, and it just adds that little bit of spark to it. The fact that it's Brighton, the fact that they're our rivals in Sussex. We've seen off two of our other rivals, Oakwood and Billingshurst. We've managed to keep them quiet for another 12 months. And we're going to have to face Brighton on Wednesday night. So there will be a lot of pride at stake. But also at the same time, we hope that we can welcome their fans to our stadium. It's great. I'd like to start a good relationship with Brighton. They're an amazing club, what they've done in the last couple of years in particular, since they've moved their stadium, since they've built this magnificent stadium and training complex that they have. They're a very big club, and they're aiming to get into the Premier League. They've got aspirations of getting into the Premier League, and they've just obviously taken on Sami Hyypiä, who's been an outstanding footballer in this country for Liverpool. So they got a club that we hold a great deal of respect for, and we're looking forward to them coming here on Wednesday night, and it would be nice to beat them and get a bit of pride for Crawley Town.